Norushen, the Titan guy. Okay, so this fight is pretty easy for Atonement. First off, just take Solace, Twist of Fate, and Cascade. Solace because Shadow Fiend does better burst damage than Mindbender. Twist of Fate because this fight has a lot of adds and low health burn phase. And Cascade because there's a lot of movement where Divine Star and Halo just can't match Cascade's consistency. When the fight first starts, you want to be one of the first people to clear your corruption. With corruption, you do less damage to the boss, which is not something you want to do because you'd have to heal like a normal healer. At first, the damage isn't that bad, so it's not necessary to go in first, but you will have to, and other healers don't care about not doing full damage, but you do. Once inside the room, to clear your corruption, there will be one add and 3 NPCs. One tank NPC, one melee NPC, and one range. As an Atonement priest, you can safely ignore them and just DPS down the boss as fast as possible. If you decide to take power infusion for this fight, this would be the prime time to pop it along with Shadow Fiend. Since you only need to go into this room once, save your Shadow Fiend for it. The Shadow Fiend does pretty good burst DPS. The NPCs can drop to 0 health in this room, but they don't really die. They'll just res as soon as they're healed by any amount. Because all your DPS will be healing them, just ignore Dispel and the debuff put on them and only dispel it if it's put on you. Don't stand in the void zones and just DPS. You'll be able to do it with absolutely no problems as long as you keep yourself alive and just DPS the add. Once outside the room and your corruption is clear, you'll be doing 25% extra damage to the boss and the adds that spawn. At this point, all you need to do is switch to the adds with the DPS to get some of that sweet Twist of Fate buff. Since the adds need to be single targeted down, you'll have ample uptime with the buff. Your entire raid should be taking consistent damage, so go ahead and use Cascade off cooldown if your gear allows it, in addition to normal Atonement healing. And that's all you really have to do. You'll have the Twist of Fate buff up a majority of the time, so you'll benefit from the double dipping Atonement gets from the buff and pull some decent HPS. Try not to take the explosions if you can help it. Taking them will add corruption and you need to be doing full damage to heal. Then it's just rinse and repeat. Because of the cutter mechanic, there is no stacking for any kind of burst phase. Also, this boss is a 7-minute enrage timer, which is pretty tight. It's okay to let the DPS get the corruption removed first, but you should be one of the first non-DPS to get your corruption dealt with.